they produce wind enough to push the leader forward. Formation yakhona, that V formation, ukuthi leader nguyosekucine lapha uku-V eyedwa anti. So bonke laba bamlandelayo, when the inyoni ziphapha umoya from the wings, yophumayo, and it propels the leader to move forward. So as leaders, kumele sibe wazi khona ukuthi wena, for you to be an effective leader, ulabantu abakulandelayo. There's something that you need to do. Angithi esenza laba abakulandelayo bekuthabele, labo befuna ukwenzani ukukunika amandla ukuthi uhambe phambili. So when as a leader, if you fail as a leader, uzabona ukuthi progress yakho eya phambili is sort of thwarted. Why? Because you don't have enough supporters to give you the power to move on. I just thought of this now. Malanda. That's a powerful tool. So teamwork, as leaders, Wild drew right across the spectrum. And we come from different parties. But it's not about parties, it's about teamwork. So for most of us, teamwork is a part of everyday life. Remember, when we broke the activity into 5 groups. And so we looked at the community, we looked at family, we looked at the church, at school, and at work. That is part and parcel of our everyday life. So as women, we are leaders in all those areas. So wherever you find yourself stationed, you are a leader. This workshop has encouraged us to effectively embrace people from different backgrounds as part of our team. And we've started a very strong team, which I hope through the mentorship program going forward is going to make us draw even closer together. John Rockefeller, one of the richest people in America, once said, coming together is a beginning. Keeping together is a progress. But working together is what? Success. When you have been given a project or an assignment by our constituencies, what do? And so right now we are gunning to become leaders in politics. But this was drawing back from the V formation. You've been chosen when now you are the head. So you must always remember the constituencies that are going to push you through, they must give you the power and the impetus to give you the power to move on. And you can only gauge the success of it by how we as women will move forward as a strong team. And Singapore mentorship program is drawing people from right across the spectrum. So as leaders, you must always be free to go back and seek help whenever you feel you need it. The ratio of we's to I's is the best indicator of the development of a team. And it's not about I. I is a solitary word, and it always leaves you in solitary confinement. So instead of saying I this, I that, I that, learn to say we, which is not me alone, but others coming to help me to develop an effective team. So what is a team? A team is a group of people that are formed to achieve a goal. Teams can be temporary or indefinite. But this team that we have formed today should last forever. I know that there will come a time when we say enough is enough and you move on. But you know what will stand, even though you lose sight or you lose contact with your mentor or mentee, what will keep going is the love, the togetherness, the assistance that has gone on within that relationship. Ngoba khathesi sizwile lapho Honorable Priscilla ekhuluma about her mentor. Kungahlala isikhathi singambuza khathesi ukuthi when was the last time she had a fruitful discussion with her mentor? Maybe she doesn't even remember, it's been such a long time. But what is keeping it going is what went on when the relationship was on. Is into which she's holding on to and she's living to push them forward. And how the group as a whole can take advantage of the whole collective talent, knowledge, and experience of each team member. How do we as a group begin to understand that? Mina ngiyangithi every person, I just ngikhulumile ngama-talents lawa, when I say, guys, lift up your thumbs. No, but right now, every person has got a talent which other people haven't identified. But we must know, when you are a leader in a group, it's up to you to find out talents within the group that you are leading. Then you are able to draw talents and use their knowledge and the experience to enhance the group and make it stronger. Getting good players is easy, but getting them to play together is the hard part. And Anjokatesi World, they had a good idea to bring everyone together. But it could have happened to which parties is ZANU-PF ihlale lapha, iZAPU ihlale lapha, iMTC ihlale lapha, iPDB ihlale lapha. And we would have refused to embrace each other. So Tinalapa, we are saying this has been a successful event because now we are willing to come together and play together, which was the hard part, and we have overcome that. I give you a pom-pom for that. There's another quotation which says, the path to greatness is along with others. You can never reach the climax of success uwedwa. So you need other people to go along with you. Conflict is inevitable, but combat is optional. And you can just say, we've got different ideologies, and just from different parties. But we know that that is a standing scenario where people will view things and believe things differently. But when it comes to combat, we start to argue, we start to fight, that is optional. We choose not to. Again, when Honorable Priscilla shared her experience, she used to get people coming to her saying negative things. And she used to go out fighting them, to make a point across. But Kolopana, she now says, somebody advised her, you don't have to fight to win an argument. You don't have to have combat. That's why it's optional. So when you have to be streetwise, you have to use emotional intelligence to know there are some situations where you don't have to fight. Good ideas are common. What's uncommon are people who will work hard enough to bring them about. So this workshop is about bringing good people with good hearts and a love for each other. How much we like ourselves governs our performance. Earlier on, I said let's do impromptu speaking, where you stand up and you start telling people about who you are. Confident. So I keep harping on the fact that every person is a leader in the area of their gifting or of their anointing. Once you understand what your gifting is, you begin to love yourself. If you love yourself, first and foremost, it's going to be easy for you to embrace and love other people. But I wanted us to end with these words from the wise. There's this guy who said that teams, not individuals, are fundamental learning. Teams, not individuals, are the fundamental learning unit in modern organizations. This is where the rubber meets the road. Unless teams can learn, the organization cannot learn. So Tinala, as we form teams, and just City Konaba, we formed teams. So you guys know how to work together. As you go out, we expect you to start forming teams. And just as if teams, when they come together, they are a cohesive unit. So you have to go out there and start forming teams. A group becomes a team when each member is sure enough of himself and his contribution to praise the skill of the others. It's not all about you, but as a leader, you must be able to identify talent in other people so that you build and grow the team. And finally, the leaders who work most effectively, it seems to me, never say I. And that's not because they have trained themselves not to say I. They don't have the I. They don't think I. They think we. They think team. And they understand their job to make the team function. They also accept responsibility and they don't sidestep it. But we get the credit. This is what creates trust, what enables you to get the task done. No leader, you know which but you are working within a team. So now to present it's we, and it's not I. So what this gentleman is trying to tell us, which even though the team has made a success, the organization here while has made a success. Mina is part or as a leader of Wild, I've made a success. But she stands and says, we have made a success. Because she hasn't done it alone. She's done it with a team. So Lani, as leaders, let that be your mantra. Which is not about I, but it's about we. Nyabwa.
Thank you so much, Mrs. Facilitator. I think we get put again another. Okay, I think this is from Japan. Yes.
2 minutes.
1 minute.
1 minute.
Yes.
We're given so many talents, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm saying, we have 2 seconds to play 1 minute. This is a CD that I released. We responded to the situations that I went through, and like Uma said, this is a CD that I released and responding to the situations that I went through. And I'm not a singer, but God gave me songs, and to me, I found which are my stresses and challenges that I faced in life. I've healed people through this song. You won't believe it. Members of China were any favorite time, just 2 seconds. The CD is available for only $2. I'm not marketing it, but I'm just letting you know how much God can give us so much when we think we cannot do it.
Instructions.
acting pink, healing acting EP, it's up to you. Yes, so we've just been taught about teamwork. And give me a T. T. Give me an E. E. Give me an A. Give me an M. What do we have? Team. Is the I in team? Exactly. So we're going to go outside and we're going to do a few games. And we've done the theoretical part of team and teamwork. So this here wins at the practical stuff. So yes,
and then this is the only time we get to really tell you what to do. The idea is to get you as energetic as we are. And then and then also we marked our stations. So when we get there, we'll start there, then we'll divide people into teams. Then the stations are marked, so you know what you go to that station, get by the way, and then you can go. So it won't be hard to find.
Okay, under the auspices of WILD, these young girls have been to Kenya, Tanzania, and Gabon. Wow. So siyadonsa. La hamande donsa be.
Yes. Okay. No, yes. Are you going to know? Yes. Yeah. They'll look.
Umbrella. And umbrella. So what I'm going to do, Auntie, is Kuluma maybe a statement, Anjo. And if you identify with it, and you take a step forward into the circle, Auntie. So how many of us need help in securing a brighter future for ourselves? Welcome. And how many of us are willing to help another to climb up the ladder? The kingdom of God suffers violence. So if you take a small step, okay. How many of us have had to, like some women go to work and must speak so we how many of us have had to go through that? Yes, homework. Your abantwana mele bageze. You need to cook for the whole family. We all do that. Yes. How many of us, and just tell we have dreams, so I can laugh. And how many of us have been discouraged by family members when you've got this great grand dream, but I want to how many of us have had to go through that? How many of us are still willing to persevere and to climb the ladder, whatever happens? We are all here. You can climb the under the umbrella.
The first question is, are you able to participate in political spaces according to your character and Then the next one is, if exposed to abuse or danger of any kind, are you able to talk to someone? Let go on and then continue in your journey. And then the next question is, can you make informed decisions at family, community, or national level? The next question is, are you a victim to any form of stigmatization? And then the next one is, do you have access to opportunities like employment, education, and health? Have you ever had to line up in a bank for 3 hours or more? Alright, I'll just drop it here. Can you see what's happening? Yes, our experiences are different. Omunye, what's your thoughts when you're looking at the scenario like this? You started off at the same level. Yes? You feel left behind. Yes?
Disassociated.
You feel disassociated. Yes? I feel alone. She made it alone. Omunye again. Anyone else? So, if you noticed, abakade move forward, it's people who have access to opportunities. And in my position, let's say if you're a CEO of a company, and are you able to make informed decisions? Obvious. And but if you're a widow, you can't make decisions, so you stay where you are. And then the other thing also was but if you noticed, you step forward. So the question is, as women leaders, what happens when we are opportunities to advance? And then what do we do? How do we move forward with them? Auntie, anyone else will learn something different? So this game is called the gap game, and we're assessing the gap between abantu access some opportunities. And then as a leader, the question is, how do I come in to share my opportunities or advance? How can it be a source of advancement for another woman? Amen.
Experiences lama situations esibaphakathi kwawo ayenza siyehlulile ukufika lapho besifisa ukuyafika khona. HIV positive woman with 3 children.
I think even the women at the back could have answered yes to these questions, but it's because of the mindset that we have. That's why we remain behind. So there is really no box that we're in, but it's an imaginary box.
That's what is happening. It's the reality on the ground. The reality on the
She's
ground.
10. This society sometimes you have my chances. But mina, there's nothing that's going to stand in my way.
Yeah.
I'm a disabled woman in the late 20s, but I'm passionate about the arts, the music, and the environment. So when opportunities come, nothing will stop me.
That's an interesting one as well. Then the last thing also, for those how did it feel? You don't understand what's going on, but you feel like you're losing someone. How did it feel?
Confused.
You know, we have so you know. So that's what happens, even like Uma societies that we're coming from. There are women out there, you're my mentor, you're my what, and then they feel you go, and they're asking themselves, how do I follow? Auntie. So as we lead in our different spaces, we need to be able to identify that gap, and then we can actually fill into it. And I think that's enough of our lessons. So now we want to do Ufa on the mountain, and it needs a lot of running. And you have
Not touching.
Move slowly.
Communicate. 4, 3, 2, Okay, ngizaqala ngapha. I'm going to start this side. What animal are you?
Cat.
Cat? Goat? Awungajinji kodwa.
I'm
A goat. Uthe win. Goat. You're a lion. Okay.
Cow.
You're a cow.
Yes. I'm an elephant.
Elephant.
Giraffe.
Yes. Clap hands for yourselves. And then this side, you are a snake, I presume. Linalin, mama. Tortoise. Yes. A hare.
Frog.
Manje khona lapho. Goat. Cow. Elephant. Okay. Can we huddle up together? Well done, guys. Let's clap hands for ourselves. That's 3. And for 4, can you join us? There's a robot. There's what else? Yes. So 1 is superwoman. Number 2 you drive. Number 3 traffic lights. And then number 4 flower. Balance each other out. Ancho. There is no I in team. Remember? Ancho. So now we're going to start saying Akichi. There is fire on the mountain. Run. There is fire on the mountain. Run. There is fire on the mountain. Run. Fire on the mountain. Run. a team name. The slogan here, team here, Anjo. So the group that you are in right now is your team for the rest of the day, Anjo. And just testing Lama post where we're going to go. Yes. So each team, you need to have your name, you need to have your slogan. So we're going to give you 3 minutes to decide on a team name and on a slogan. Oh yeah!
We've got 3 minutes or maybe 1 minute left.
We are the shining stars. Can we do it? Yes! Yes! Mandantis, mandantis.
Simunyabue.
Mandantis, mandantis.
Simunyabue.
Balangepetu.
We are the queens.
Wow.
And together we can do it.
Woo! Yeah! Ezimnyama.
Some blindfolded. Then the rest of the team, like the rest of the team, you have to hold each other like that. And guys, so or so, but just hold each other as a team. Amen. And the idea is, we want you to collect Monday to Sunday. You don't say Monday, you have to lead. So the person at the back, let's take a step forward. When go to the right, so that go to the right. Messages of so engafike dopo Monday. Uyampasa back, kumele ayifike kube nguma. It's a Monday, guys. We are starting 1, 2, 3. I've got 3 minutes for you to gather Monday to Sunday. And I don't put things don't forget, instruction comes from the bag. One by one, you are out. Your time starts now. Instruction comes from the bag. Forward 1 step. Give me a palm to this area. Make sure it's a Monday. How did you know you're supposed to move 7 steps forward? It takes someone at the back. No. It has to be a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. 1 minute gone, 2 minutes left.
Hold on. We're moving backwards. I'll pull until we stop. Yeah. Friday. Come back. Come back.
Who's directing that? 1 minute left. It's Let's go back. Come on, Jan.
Straight.
If you bump into a border, you're out.
Left.
If border la.
Left.
30 seconds left. Only short time. Up to Sunday. Oh, we've got a winning team. So when you win again, you do your slogan as a team.
Teamwork.
Okay, what way? Like, I'm a team dynamics at the lower sevens.
Not listening to instructions.
How was the experience?
I think we didn't know how to play it.
Okay. Yeah. So it's very important that when you're getting into something, you understand what you're expected of, and so that you can't be and now you have to go back and start our resources separately. And what else did we learn?
I learned ukuthi it's important ukuthi ube labantu abakutshela into correct ngemva kwakho.
Anything else? Yes.
To be attentive at all times.
Cool, and then the other thing is but when the person comes into this is how we do it, abanye we back to maintain the original rule, and so that's how it is even in my offices or wherever we're working. Sometimes we say shortcuts, but there are always those people who tell you this is not how we said we're doing it, and so we need those people who mentor us, remind us of the rules, and then I'll just yes.
Okay, the other thing I noticed is every time I tried looking that side, I felt depressed with moving fast. So I think it's important to run your own race and not be looking at your competitors.
And don't measure your success based on what other people do. So can we come here and do a clap game? We're doing a small circle. A clap game there, man. So the next person may ends the same thing. If I do this, you do that. And and can we start? Even if I jump, you also jump. But I just in unison. I can decide to move. You change it there. You don't want it to go back where I started. And can you start? Lay it demo and. You see what happened? You also have to turn and do the other direction.
Follow the lead.
Yes. And
So it goes clockwise.
and I can change anytime. You can decide to wear a pan and yense, that's it. You just have to keep following me.
So how do we know it should go clockwise or anti-clockwise?
Like when I'm here, so
And direction, you change direction.
so it doesn't matter where I am, you need to be able to. I'm saying I'm a clip. Stand up. So clients are so you pass it, then you can stand up. I'm sorry, good thing you all right, so start this up with. You need to hear the clap. Okay, this is what happens. If I don't have a specific direction, it follows the one ever the original. Okay. I'm sorry I forgot to mention that.
One's change. Yeah, even was confused.
But keep, okay, this is the last.
So we should have support the team because then we come, we cheer it. Says no way to win and in a no way to win. So sitting over to who's breaking from us. Yeah, so which means we don't win, we don't lose.
Cutting
Yeah. Owena ndirigile waqhuma phambili sothi naseswini. Hayi kumile ungene phambili. My friend, you don't know the game.
Lapha kuyamyothenga ngiyinta la.
His colors coming.
Nawo. Akungena omunye. Umatantisi omunye.
Banomunye umantantisi.
La yena umama lapha.
Hayi. Wamama vulani space.
Vulani space.
Umbambe ngakayini. Uyamekela qala ngene bese ilandela.
Ovulani uqalisa mele ngapha omnyamele ayikho into ilandelayo. Mana ngale kwapha.
So when you're holding each other, you're holding two different
people because it's one long chain. Then that way you can't. So maybe do we forfeit or do we go on to the next one? I'm going to ask them.
This workshop was really great because it was speaking to exactly what's happening in society, in the community with women, young women, women that are in politics, out of politics, the disconnect and how we need to bring each other together and how we must appreciate one another, understand what the women out there and the young women out there are expecting of us as MPs, and we as well as MPs, what we are expecting out there from the women and the young girls that need to be mentored, and also making sure that we don't form a glass ceiling. We must make sure that we are the conduit that the young women need. And also for us as members of parliament, being women, we must make ourselves accessible because you find, or there's a perception out there that we don't, we are not approachable. So this has made us and the young women and the women realize that we are together. And we haven't changed. I'm still the same Jasmine that was voted for, and I'm a friend to everyone. We need to always make sure that we don't lose touch. Thank you very much, and thank you very much to Wild for having this program, this mentorship. I think it's a great idea, and I'm excited to see it growing from strength to strength, and I'm sure it'll go a long way.
We're looking forward to starting a mentorship platform for women leaders in public sector and even those that are going to be elected in 2018. We are happy that the program went as we expected, and the participants were quite exciting. They were participating, and at the end of the day we managed to identify mentors and mentees, and going forward we're going to have the mentees and mentors meeting and discussing and helping each other to grow as leaders. And we are going to be making follow-ups to make sure that the relationship that we are looking forward to actually takes place and the engagements continue.
How many people roughly attended?
60 people attended, including the mentors and the mentees.
They were coming from what areas, background?
Our mentors are largely leaders that we have recognized from the society, the local female MPs, the local female councillors, and local female business people. And our mentees are coming from the communities where we are working from as well, from Bulawayo district, Umzingwane and Gwanda district.